Hey guys, in this video we'll be going over your quad roll with the foam roller level 1, okay? So I recommend people who are just starting out, who may have really tight quads or are really bound up, really sensitive to touch and pressure, to get a really light foam roller. Even this one can be a little bit aggressive for some people to start with. That being said, we're going to get right into it. So to start my quad mobs, I like to go to the leg that I am dealing with, and I'll put it halfway across the body. Even when you're dealing with bigger foam rollers, especially when you're dealing with bigger foam rollers, this is a great idea because that way the outside doesn't interfere with this leg going forward. So I put it halfway through, put it all the way up to my knee, and then I'll drop the opposite leg forward and put pressure on. That way I come right up onto it. We'll use this in a second. From here, I just bring my forearms down and my opposite leg kickstands out to the side so I can relieve some pressure if it's too intense. We're just gonna roll back and forth. Every foam roll that I begin whenever I use a foam roll to do my tempering, I'll roll back and forth to examine, right? Take a little bit of inventory. Every day you're gonna be a little bit different. And then for me right here is where I feel the most trigger resistance, the most pressure. So for this, you're gonna go into the most pressure for the most part. And you'll just stay here, right? If your shoulders begin to get too tired, you can bring a pillow or a box, and you can just put it under and get something a little bit softer. But you don't wanna let the shoulders sink because you'll get a little bit tired. Kind of push away, all right? That'll help you out. Anyways, back to the quad. So from here, you're really just gonna sit and breathe on one section of the quad. And after that, we can get into more and more techniques, right? So one technique that I really like to use is the contract relax. If I can put enough pressure onto this, and this is the heaviest roller that I have available to me, then I'll begin to do a light contraction of my quad. It really intensifies things, and as I start to relax the quad, that foam roller naturally goes deeper towards my leg bone, my femur. And then I'll go again, I'll contract for about 5 seconds, right? Each time I should be able to contract a little bit harder. It makes it more intense. And then when I relax, think about releasing one strand of muscle at a time. And that'll allow you to have more and more control. Your body will be more and more confident in your ability to take the intensity of the mobility exercise. From there, the next movement you can do is a floss. So this is all under quad mob number 1, but these are advanced movements, right? So these are absolutely not necessary. If you start to feel like you're making a grimace, like a pain face, then you back off a little bit. But going into the floss, flossing is just bending that knee after trapping the trigger, and then re-extend. Then, and extend. Good, so trap and mob the joint.